Lecture topic: Aroma of Mujaahada.
In acquiring the knowledge of Deen, one is the aspect of the academics, getting very well established in terms of one's academic knowledge. So now this requires a lot of hard work to study all the basics very well, to have the concepts understood very well. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. And mashallah, those who put the effort in that regard, this is something that opens out to them then. And many master it very well, alhamdulillah. Shah Abdul Ghani Pulpuri rahmatullah alayhi was the Shaykh of Shah Hakim Akhtar Sahib rahmatullah alayhi. He used to give an example. He is the person who has acquired all the academics. He has learned all the concepts very well. He's been able to now read the ibarat perfectly. He can explain it very well. All the other things that go along with it. So all this is like putting the ingredients together. In India, the very popular delicacy was this kababs, which used to be spiced very well, and people used to look forward to it, eat it with great amount of relish. So now all this is put the ingredients of that kebab together. But now after putting all the ingredients together, you put it in somebody's mouth to eat, the likelihood is he will spit it out because it is still raw, it's uncooked. So despite all the ingredients being put in place, but it's still uncooked and it's not going to be having any taste, let alone having any taste, people can't even eat it too. So that's one part of it. But then that kebab was taken and put into that boiling hot oil for a short while, and it was fried in it, it was cooked in some manner, whatever the procedure might have been. So now after a short while, a few, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, how long it might have taken, but all this time that was put into it, sometimes maybe over an hour went together in putting all that ingredients together. But this short while of this Mujahada in that boiling oil, that now suddenly brought the aroma out also from a distance. Now that fragrance is perceived, and then the taste, anybody eats it, they want to eat more, and it's so enjoyed, etc. All this happened when? It only happened after this was that this kebab, so to say, accepted to undergo that mujahada, because now it had to go into the boiling oil for a while, and it accepted that I will agree to this, I will tolerate this, I will take this upon myself. So you should explain this example and then say that the person who now acquired all the academics, and that's where it stopped, so all the ingredients are there, but this is still uncooked, and something uncooked, and you try to make somebody eat it, they want to spit it out. But the little mujahada that the person undertakes to get his islah done as well. So now there's a lot of things that need to be done, and it requires mujahada. There's mujahada in performing all the salah on time, properly, with takbir ula. There's mujahada in making one's tilawat on time. There's some mujahada in ensuring the zikr didn't get left out. There's mujahada in keeping one's gaze low. There's mujahada in keeping one's tongue under control. There's mujahada in keeping the heart clean. There is mujahada in this. But this is that mujahada in the supervision of somebody, that this mujahada will then bring the flavor, it will bring the aroma and the fragrance, it will bring the taste, it will bring everything into it. But if a person decides that this is too much for me, I can't put myself through all this, I rather just get done with whatever I have to do, then fine, all the ingredients will come in place, but then it will be an uncooked end product, which then it will just be passed on from here to there because nobody wants to touch it. So this is not the objective, is not for people to touch anything. Objective is that we need to get close to Allah Ta'ala. And for this ilm to become beneficial to us first and foremost, let alone anybody else, it requires that cooking process. Otherwise, let alone anybody else benefiting from it, we also won't benefit. And then we are in need of passing on this ilm as well for our own benefit. So that inshallah, if Allah Ta'ala accepts, then it becomes a means of our getting closer to Allah Ta'ala. So this little mujahada is not an azab it is actually a very great rahmat that a person undertakes this mujahada, then he's doing a great service to himself, a very, very great favor to himself, and this will be a favor to others as well, that he undertook that mujahada, so now this benefit will pass on to others as well. So this mujahada is not to be shunned, shied away from. This is where the whole transformation will take place, that a person accepts to make that mujahada. It will turn everything for the better. Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।